about stopping you, MP.
Dressed in their finest, the Mavs as they came through the tunnel. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the side, here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Mavericks. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And right now for Dallas, they haven't looked anything like the team we thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Yeah, I'm not sure this can be written off just as a slow start. I think this might be the team that they are.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Brandon Miller. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Luca Doncic. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, they've got OG Anunoby. Christie is out there with Irving. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Doc in at the power forward. And as far as the defensive goal of elevating the collective effort, MP and his group have had some time to evaluate how that process has evolved.
And since the emphasis on defense has been in place, the team has responded well. There's still some kinks to iron out, but all the pieces are in place. Tonight, they'll have a chance to really show how good they can be defensively.
How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
5 to shoot. The 3 for Doncic. And Lively pulls it down. And stolen by Miller. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Here's Smith. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Irving. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Smith. Doncic looking it over. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luca from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Doc, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Christie against White. Doncic right side. Mavericks with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Smith outside. Pass to Miller. Smith against Lively. Smith, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And Doc gets it to go. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Christie. And it's off from three-point range. Doncic kicks to White. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Christie. Smith outside. Pass to Miller. Smith sets the pick for Miller. 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Got a piece of it.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardy's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Pritchard's checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against Utah was all business. He had 27 points, and his rebounding and defense were certainly both factors. He brought a ton of energy out there. This is what they rely on from him and why he's one of the best in the league. I'm sure he's looking to repeat a performance tonight.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Here is Doc. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Smith with the basket on the assist by Doncic.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's the drive. It's hauled in by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. To the middle. Here's Miller. It's good. This game is all even.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Doc. Over to the left wing. Here's Christie. Still scoreless. Here's Doc. Dallas again missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship.
Look for Dallas. Doc, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here is Doc. Claxton covering. Doc can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 4. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Nicholas Claxton. He's out there with Smith, and it's White in at the 2 spot. And Claxton throws it down.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Here's Doc. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in. That's now 8 points for Doc.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
To the inside. Here's Smith. And the rejection by Gafford. Clock at 4 from deep. Here's White. They get it back.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Here is Doc. 8 points for him. Pass to Christie. From outside the arc. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to White. Smith the pass to Claxton. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's White. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Down low. Here's Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Bulls also changing it up. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Patterson. And Luca Doncic subbed in for Pritchard.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Doncic passes to Claxton. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Davis comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Hardy in for Christie. Taylor's checked in for Chicago. Mavericks on D. And White kicks to Miller. To stop the run. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Anunoby. Doncic against Irving. Pass to Doc. Now here's Hardy. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And again, no good by Chicago.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Takes a 3. Doc can't get it to go.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luca Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luca Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Good on both. And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
Doncic outside. Oh, Claxton in position. And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touch by Claxton. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Kyrie Irving.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Bulls making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 9-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And White kicks to Doncic. Rebounded by Hardy.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Inside and stolen by Miller. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. Shoots over Hardy. Almost, but it rolls out.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
White with it. Picked up by Davis. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Doc.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
To the wing right side. Kuzma finds Smith. Back to Kuzma. Plays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Anunoby outside. Back to Irving. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The three for Doncic. Doncic knocks in the three.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counterpuncher. Hit him with a three, and he is coming right back at you.
Pass to Christie. Puts up a three. Another three for Dallas.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Bulls trail by 12. Now Kuzma. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. Smith with a screen on Irving. Releases. That one doesn't go. And so it's Dallas. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they're finding out anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Chicago Bulls.
They can't keep fouling.
And that's a halftime wrap.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing from Luca Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Doc is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Christie, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. Here is Doc. Pass to Lively. Now here's Irving. Guarded by Kuzma. Here's Doc. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Bulls trail by 16. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Doncic. Got a hand on it. Here's Doc. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Kuzma passes to White. Doncic with a screen on Christie. And White kicks to Doncic. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Doncic has got 14 points for the game.
And when Luca sees the mid-range open up, he takes the shot, keeping things simple.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luca Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luca says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Smith dishes to Doncic. Releases. Jump shot is good. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Here's Doc. Off target from outside.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Kuzma outside. Shot clock at 6. Out to Doncic. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Back to Irving. Shoots over Kuzma. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
And a deep three from Doncic. From beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 19 points.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Doc. Lively with it. Good on the jump shot. Lively's got his second basket of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Doncic passes to White. Miller outside. Smith with a screen on Anunoby. 5 on the clock. White against Christie. And it's White missing. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Fantastic at earning these whistles in close. Look, Kyrie, he has no fear when attacking any defense.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Hardy, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Chicago also making a switch. Pritchard, he's checked in for White. Here's Pritchard, still without a basket. Doncic outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
and so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
Pass to Hardy. Here is Doc. He's got 12. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. It's tipped. And here's the fast break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 16. Miller outside. Pass to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Chicago. No good. Mavericks leading by 16. From past the arc. Doc can't get it to go.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's Doncic. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Doc. The three-pointer, no good. Bulls trail by 16. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
To the paint. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Murray's subbed in for Brandon Miller. Here is Doc. Guarded by Doncic. Doc can't get it to go.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Hardy. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hardy's got 10.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Daniel Gafford's. Checked in for the Mavericks. House comes in for Christie. Chicago also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's White in for Cunningham. Outside, White. Pass to Smith. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Out to the wing. Back to White. Count it. White's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
So for Chicago right now, White is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Smith. Then there's Doncic. And it's Pritchard in at the point. Kuzma finds Doncic. Rebounded by Prosper.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Here's Doc. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Doncic outside. Here's Smith. And Smith slams it home.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Prosper. That three off the mark. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. White the pass to Kuzma. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Wasted no time on that one.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine, of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's good from long range. Doncic has got 24.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
And Doc gets it to go.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Here's Pritchard. Kuzma outside. Smith sets the pick for Kuzma. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Doc can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
When you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Brandon Miller, he's checked in for the Bulls. Out to the right wing. To the right side. Doc. His three-pointers off the mark. Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Doncic has got 14 points now in the second half. Dallas leading by 22. Here's Doc. Dallas again missing.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's a foul called on Doc. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
The Mavericks shooting reasonably well, 45%.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Doc.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
The 19-foot shot. And they recover it. Shoots the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's White. The 10-footer. It's tipped. Here's Doc. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is
Good game, man. Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. Way to bring home that W.